presentation of the NBA this Saturday afternoon. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Grant Hill. Let's take a look at the numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jackson Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point.
For a great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
To the paint. Here's Doncic. And the layup falls. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Randle, good.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
So it's Los Angeles now. Hachimura outside. On the wing, Reeves, guarded by Edwards. Here's Hachimura. Up again. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Edwards against Reeves. Randle, a screen on Reeves. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Conley with the ball. Now Randle. Hachimura covering. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels against James. Tipped. And stolen by Hayes. Hachimura, the pass to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Conley. James outside. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
I guess the defense was not expecting the quick release. LeBron can get it up and down in a hurry, though.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
James finds Hachimura. Back to James. And here's Doncic. Screen by James. 3-pointer. And it's Doncic missing. Minnesota in the lead. And Edwards, here we go. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it. The definition of a stretch 4, Finney Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Here's Edwards. It's Hayes with the rebound. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Edwards against James. Tipped. They retain possession. Gobert gets the bucket. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch, and I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything...
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. The coach does not...
in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. Connects checked in for Reeves. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Reeves checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Anthony Edwards. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
The Timberwolves trail. Now here's DiVincenzo. Yet to see a basket. And it's good for 2. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Pass to connect. Back to Doncic. Over Conley. And Doncic the bucket on the assist by Connect. Doncic has got 6 points.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Conley passes to Gobert. McDaniels with it. Checked by James. Here's Conley. Clock at 6. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Connect. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And it's Connect missing. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Here's McDaniels, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
Reed against Vanderbilt. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Finney-Smith's shot is off.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
Here's McDaniels. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Lakers in the lead. Now Reeves. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. And the shot's good.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for his shot.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Los Angeles. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
Timberwolves trail by 3. And so in the game for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Reeves in at the 2.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Vincent outside. Pass to Reeves. Vanderbilt with a screen. On the wing, Reeves. Covered by Alexander Walker. 4 on the clock. Free throw line jumper. And he knocks the jumper down.
You know, Reeves doesn't overload on the mid-range shots, but he's smart enough to take them when they're available.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And that misses. That would have put them up. Outside Reeves. Vincent outside. Back to Reeves. Vincent left side. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Here's Reeves. Hits it from the high post. Reeves has got 6.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Rudy Gobert's checked in for McDaniels. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. And Reeves pulls it down.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Goodwin. Rebound Minnesota. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Reeves against Edwards. Reeves, the pass to Goodwin. Now Finney-Smith. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials. And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Doncic against Edwards. James outside. Over Clark.
So physically powerful. A tough task to defend LeBron inside.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Goodwin comes in for Reeves. Edwards with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Down low. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Once Reed saw he had room, he went right up with authority.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Doncic. Here comes Luka. Right through the D for the layup. Doncic has got 8 points.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Inside, here's Reed, here's Clark. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Goodwin, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Luka's peripheral vision off the charts. Get wide open, and he's going to find you.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. Conley passes to Randall, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. Pass to Goodwin. Now James takes a 3. Randall pulls down the board.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
McDaniels can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And it's Hachimura missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. McDaniels with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers in the lead. Hachimura, the pass to Doncic. Launches a 3. Luka! Lethal!
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Randall. And he converts the layup. Randall's got 6.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Doncic. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Randall is screen on Doncic. Conley passes to Randall. No good. Good D by Vanderbilt.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Lakers ahead, up 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You take a look at the Lakers. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Lakers.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Timberwolves trail by 5. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And it's McDaniels off the drive.
I'll tell you, McDaniels eats up ground in a hurry.
Here's Reeves. 6 points for him. And Doncic launches from deep. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Edwards. Gobert passes to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. And they double up Edwards. Pass to Conley. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
From deep, here's Doncic. Fires the three. And he gets it back. They had a number of cracks at it. Just came away empty-handed.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Bridgman doesn't mess around down there. Gobert, what a vicious throwdown.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here we go. 2 games left before postseason action. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Now in second. They look to be in terrific shape moving forward. And, of course, there's Minnesota, down a few spots.
When I look at the Lakers, they've been terrific throughout the regular season, showing they may be just the team to beat in the postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they could be considered front runners for the title.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards on the attack in transition.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And here's Doncic. 16 points for him. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagrammed.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Randall finds Edwards. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Blocked! And they get it back. Pass to Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
Gobert maintaining balance through contact. Remarkable concentration.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Doncic against Conley. And Gobert with a block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
And he gets that one.
I just love the ball movement.
Reeves with the ball. 6 points for him. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Hayes with a screen on Conley. Doncic against Conley. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. The Lakers also with a sub. Finney Smith's checked in.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
2 points. That one goes.
Good work from Finney Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Changes for Minnesota. Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. And Clark has subbed in for McDaniels. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. Connect comes in for LeBron. DiVincenzo against Doncic. From deep. Another miss by Minnesota.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. DiVincenzo pass to Ingles. Rebound by the Lakers. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now. 46 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Has to connect. Fires for 3. Sinks it from distance. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Alexander Walker with it. Now Doncic defending. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Goodwin's checked in for the Lakers. Vincent comes in for Luka Doncic. Drops in the 3. Finney Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Clark right side. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Clark. Outside. DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. They still need this. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's Los Angeles. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And so in the game for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. The Lakers with a rebound. And it's Vincent off the drive. Count it. Good.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Randall finds Edwards. Edwards is doubled. For 3, Randall. James with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 10. Hachimura outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Hachimura against Randall. Good D by Finney-Smith. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
To end the run. Here's Edwards. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
For Los Angeles, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. James outside. Pass to connect from the arc. Drains the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Yep, count it.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's foul number 2 for him. Reeves is checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic comes in for Milton. Los Angeles leading by 13. Now here's Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Edwards. To the inside. And it's finished off by Hayes.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
DiVincenzo finds Miller. Reed a screen on Hachimura. Here's Miller. Pass to Reed. The 3. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Reeves to the middle. Here's Hayes. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Got a hand on it.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's James. And slam dunked by James.
Never gets old seeing
Timeout,
LeBron
timeout.
explode off the floor like that.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
I mean, come on. His offensive focus was just second to none in this game. He really found his rhythm early and didn't give the defense a chance at all.
Well, they are playoff bound with him rounding into form and playing some of his best basketball. They just got to continue to play together, and we'll see if he's able to keep playing at this level. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5.
Well, RJ, this is exactly how you want to end the season, right? Both of these teams fighting for playoff position.
It's amazing how after an entire season of games, your seeding can be determined tonight. Shows you how close things are in the NBA at any given moment.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. In it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Luka Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A shot missing. Here's Los Angeles now. Reeves the pass to James. Gobert with the block.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Randall. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thank you, David. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
And it's Doncic missing.
Now, you can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Hachimura's got 5 points so far. And the Timberwolves with possession. They trail by 3. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Edwards.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And how about the commitment from Edwards, refusing to give up on that play?
This is his first free throw of the game.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Lakers also making a switch. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura. Now, here's Doncic. A 35-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings. And that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
So a moment now to see the story for LeBron James. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Right side, Edwards. Looking to get it going. Out to Conley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Randall a screen on James. Edwards can't hit.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Doncic against Conley. And that one's good. Doncic.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Randall a screen on James. Edwards. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And stolen by James. 1:44 left in the first quarter.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Rudy is so used to fighting inside. This guy will do whatever it takes.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Minnesota again turning it over. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Here's Alexander Walker. Following the basket by LeBron James. Randall with the bucket.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Here's LeBron. He makes that one drop only a second in 5 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Randall kicks to Reed. Randall with a screen for Reed. Back to Randall. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Lakers leading by 9. He lobs it up and finished off by Finney Smith.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The Lakers in the lead. Reeves outside. Pass to Vanderbilt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vincent. Buries it from 3-point range. Vincent's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Edwards, no good. Los Angeles leading by 12. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Finney Smith, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Reeves against Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Randall from outside. Reeves with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Vincent the pass to Vanderbilt. Randall brings the double team. And stolen by Miller. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Einod's checked in, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Miller. The Lakers also making some changes. Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt, and it's LeBron in for Vincent. The muscle from Edwards.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Reeves outside. Traps in the tray. Reeves has got 7.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate. It's always a positive thing for this offense when Conley puts pressure on him.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. And here is Hachimura. 5 points in the game. Here's Connect. James, the pass to Reeves. No good on the triple. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Edwards looking it over. Gobert the screen. There's Anthony Edwards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Connect. Now here's LeBron. Picked by Finney Smith. To the paint. Now Hachimura. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley, the pass to Randall. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Julius Randle.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Vanderbilt's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Goodwin comes in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. He's been dominant over the last month. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. Second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Edwards can't hit.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Back to McDaniel. Outside Edwards. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Count it.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Edwards can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Pass to McDaniels. To halt the run, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Here's Vanderbilt. Here's the three. And the last second attempt does not go in for it. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
You take a look at the Lakers. They're in good position, definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding, and let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Lakers.
Their ability to string together threes.
Thank you for being with us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. He's out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the guard position. Pass to Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 10 points here for Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Edwards kicks to Conley. Back to Edwards. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Off the inbound. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Doncic. Now Reeves. 7 points in the game. And it's Doncic missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Edwards. And he lays it straight in. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
A nice shot by LeBron.
Like, at this point in time, like, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
Well, you need good passing from your forwards as much as you do from your guards. These are small forwards leading the way in assists. LeBron James, number 1.
Well, you hear the term point forward thrown around about some players, maybe a little too loosely. But when it comes to him, I truly believe it applies.
And you don't have to watch him for a long time to see the kind of special ability he has as a passer.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. Edwards kicks to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. Here's McDaniels. Off target with his 3. Lakers leading by 19. Doncic passes to Hachimura. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. They get it again. Hayes, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. It's good. And that's 15 points for Anthony Edwards. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to James. The 3. Hayes. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Edwards against Reeves. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Gobert dishes to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 4 on the clock. And a screen on Reeves. Edwards' shot is good.
Good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 17. And here's Reeves outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. Here's Reeves, defended by Alexander Walker. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. For Minnesota, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8 inside. Here's Gobert. Tipped away. Lakers leading by 22. 3 on 3. Blows the alley-oop jam. Randall right side. Out to Edwards. 1:27 left in the third quarter. They shoot again, and it's blocked. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And there's another one for the Lakers. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Great find by Bron using his basketball IQ. If you don't understand how smart he is, just ask him.
Gobert, and that's good.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Doncic. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Reeves with it. Unable to get that one. And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and